everyone. Thanks for investing your time in joining with us in this webinar session today. A warm welcome to you all. I'm Hansika from Zoho Mail team, your presenter for today's session. 2025 has been a year of steady evolution for Zoho Mail, which was filled with thoughtful updates, powerful new features coming up, and meaningful enhancement that was designed to make your everyday email work both smarter and smoother. So, in today's session on looking back at Zoho Mail in 2025, we will take a complete walkthrough of everything that has shaped Zoho Mail over the past year. So, instead of a regular feature rundown, we'll be revisiting all the highlights that has been made in the year and that were introduced, features that were improved, and all the refines that has taken along the way. So, in this session, we will discuss about the features that were built, features updates that took place, and also we'll be happy in sharing few of the milestones that we have achieved in 2025 and end the session with sharing few of the moments that we have shared with you. All right, so this all are going to help you in understanding the new capabilities, the enhancement that has been done, and also the features that made email managing, scheduling, and your workflows more easier. So this session is designed to give you a clear structure, recap, and how Zoho Mail has evolved throughout the 2025. Also, by end of this webinar session, you will have a fresh perspective on the features you may have already been using and discover a few that you might have missed. So moving ahead, let's shift our focus to the new features that were built in 2025. So this year wasn't just about enhancing what was already there. Zoho Mail also introduced completely new capabilities in Zoho Mail. So these features were designed to give you more control, more flexibility, and a smarter way to work directly from your inbox. So now let's walk through the key features that were newly built and why they were introduced and how they can help you in being more productive in your everyday email experience. All right, so now let's deep dive into the features built in 2025. Let's start with something that really changed the way many of you use Zoho Mail, which is AI in the inbox. We all know that, right? Emails isn't just about sending and receiving messages anymore. It's how about quickly we understand the email content, respond to it, and how we move forward in it. That's where Zia, our AI assistant, comes in. This year, Zia became much more than just a helper, like it has become your smarter companion inside Zoho Mail, where it can help you in writing, reading, and collaborating over emails. So let's take a look at how Zia can make your inbox more smarter. So with help of Zia, the writing assistant in Zoho Mail, so whether you are drafting a quick reply or composing a more detailed message, Zia's writing assistant is there to help you. So it will help you in refining the text for grammar, the readability, clarity, and the fluency. So it's your writing just clearer and more professional. Also, we have AI summaries that can be done for the emails and also for the emails that are available in the shared mailbox. Because shared mailbox often contains long email conversations, right? Where there will be a lot of multiple participants and it might be a bit difficult for you to track all the content in it. So with the new summarize option with help of Zia, you will be able to get a quick and clean recap of the entire thread, and this is going to make your work more easier to catch up. So as you can see on the screen, you will find the summarize option on your email page. So when you click on that, you can get a quick summary of the email content. Also, you will be able to chat with Zia where you can have the summary of the email or get the information, key points from it, where you can schedule a meeting. All can be done in form of a chat window. All right, so this is going to make it more easier to catch up on discussion, onboard new team members, and also hand over your work with the teammates. So here you are not going to miss any important details. So this was one feature that was built, and next was improvements that were made to give you a more seamless workflow with the slash comments. So your inbox is often the starting point for most of your work, right? So we have spent more time making sure it could be also the place where more of you can get your work done completely. So with deeper integrations and smarter way to bring information together, Zoho Mail has moved a bit closer becoming your unified command center. So with help of slash commands, switching tabs to fetch information can be a little bit interrupting at times, right? But with help of the slash command in the mail assistant page, you can now pull data from other apps straight into your email composer page itself in seconds, where you'll have to just type a slash, choose the command, and keep writing without losing context. So this as you can see on the screen, you can find how you can use Mail Assistant, the command center there. So you can click on Mail Assistant icon, which is available on your bottom right corner of your screen. So when you click on that, you can find the slash command. When you click on that, it can give you options to create an event, task, email, anything can be chosen on your wish. And then you can give in details in it, and automatically you'll be able to fetch in data, create data, and everything can be done in the same place without losing your context. All right. Now let's look at one of the key integrations that were introduced in 2025, which was the control integration with Zoho Mail. In most of the organizations, approvals and process driven tasks often involves a lot of emails, a lot of back and forth conversation, follow-ups, right? So you might receive a request in your inbox, and then you'll have to switch to another application to take action on the email, and then come back again to the email space and reply saying that the work has been done. So this process can slow you down, right? But with the new control integration, that extra switching is no longer necessary. You can now create, view, and manage your control request directly from within Zoho Mail itself. So this is going to mean all your approvals, tracking your tasks, email communication, all your workflow action can happen in the same place even without leaving your inbox. So essentially, this integration will help teams stay in the flow, making collaboration more faster, smoother, and more efficient. Moving on to another important addition is the voice integration in Zoho Mail. As we all know, communication today isn't just limited to emails. Teams also rely on call, voice messages, and real-time conversation, right? So with help of voice support now built into Zoho Mail, you no longer have to juggle between multiple applications. You can manage your calls, listen to voicemails, view your messages, and even access contact notes all from your inbox itself. So this is going to bring your communication into one unified space, making it easier to stay connected and organized without constantly switching tools. So together, to keep it simple, this integrations brings your everyday tools directly into your Zoho Mail space and help you in working faster, collaborate better, and even keeps everything connected in one place. So this was few additions and future updates that were done to give you a more seamless workflow. Next, to talk about a more collaborative workspace and the feature that was done, you might have heard this saying, right? Great teamwork is rarely a solo effort. And this year, we made sure Zoho Mail supported that reality better. So, with new enhancements to do, collaboration inside your inbox becomes simpler and more natural. So, where you'll be able to assign multiple assignees to a task in the to-do space. So a task often involves more than one person, right? And now your to-do list can reflect that. You can assign a task to multiple team members where you can ensure that everyone stays aligned, accountable, and updated. So whether it's going to be a shared follow-up or a joint action where many people has to work on it, to-do now keeps teamwork visible and organized. So with help of this update, your inbox has become more than a place to track tasks. It has also become a space with which you will be able to move forward together. All right. Now, let's move on to something that's really important in today's hybrid and mobile first world, which is using Zoho Mail on the go. Your inbox doesn't just live in your laptops anymore, right? You will have to check your emails while you are commuting, while you are in a meeting, or even between tasks. So, keeping that in mind, in 2025, we focused a lot on making sure how Zoho Mail works just smoothly on your mobile phones as it does on your desktop. So, starting with Android, we made several practical improvements to make your experience faster and more intuitive. So spam alerts are now more actionable. Instead of just notifying you, now you will be able to take quick actions right away with your mobile application itself, where you can block, trust, or report a message in few taps. So this will help you in keeping your inbox cleaner without extra effort. We also simplified folder management, where making it easier to organize your emails directly from your phone. Additionally, the add event interface received a major update, where now you can add conferencing options, assign event colors to the events that you are creating, create custom recurring schedules. Also, you can mark your events as private all from the application itself. So this is going to make your scheduling much more powerful and flexible while you are on the move. On iOS, we introduced Zoho Mail 3.0, which came up with a complete redesign both visually and technically. So, your app now has a fresh, modern UI with a stronger backend for better performance and reliability, where you can manage your email signatures right within the app itself. So, instead of needing a desktop. And for users who rely on automation, Siri shortcuts are now supported in your iOS devices, which makes sure it is easy to perform actions with voice commands also. And visually, the app feature the new liquid glass design, giving Zoho Mail a sleek, premium, and a fluid look on iOS 26. So, with all these updates, Zoho Mail didn't just get smarter at your desk, it also becomes smarter in your mobile applications too. So, no matter where you are, you can stay organized, connected, and in control of your inbox even from your mobile applications. Now, let's move behind the scene and talk about something that plays a huge role in every organization, which is the admin control. While end users have a smoother and a clutter free inbox, there's usually an admin working quietly in the background to make everything is in context, secure, and is in compliant to the organization policy. In 2025, we focused on giving admins more flexible, powerful, and a clarity over how Zoho Mail is configured across their organization. So the idea behind this was very simple, where we wanted our admins to have better control and users to have a calmer and a more organized inbox. So every organization operates differently, right? Some are highly regulated, some are more flexible, and some organization lies somewhere in between. With that in mind, we have introduced granular settings customization in Zoho Mail. So this means Zoho Mail admins can now fine-tune how the application has to behave at their own organization as per their needs. So with this updates, admin can standardize how emails are composed across the organization, which will ensure there is a consistency in tone, the signature format, and the way the email is being formatted. Also, they can enable or restrict specific features based on user roles. They can give manager access to certain tools and few other actions for users. So this can be done. They can set organization-wide defaults so that everyone starts with the same baseline experience. They can customize the inbox experience differently for different departments or teams based on how they work and what work they perform. So overall, these enhancements helped create a more controlled, intentional, and secure email environment. So this is going to make it the experience with Zoho Mail easier for both admins and the users. All right. So So far, we have looked at the brand new features that were built in 2025 in Zoho Mail. So now let's shift gears a little and talk about something just as important, that are the features that you already know and already use. So we have also spent a lot of time refining, improving, and enhancing the existing features based on how you actually use Zoho Mail every day. So some of these updates might feel small, but together they make your email experience faster, smoother, and more intuitive. So in this section, we'll walk you through the key feature updates and enhancements and see what has changed, why it matters, and how it will improve your everyday workflow in Zoho Mail. Okay, let's start with that. So the first feature update was the increase in character limit for comments. Earlier, comments section in email and in streams had a limit of 100,000 characters. In 2025, we significantly expanded this to 16 million characters. So this means now you will have much more room to share your detailed notes, have long discussions, or also have your important contextual information directly within comments without worrying about hitting a limit. So this feature update is going to be especially helpful for teams that collaborate heavily through email threads and streams. Alright. Next, we have the new super compact view for shared mailbox emails. So with this update, you can now see more emails on your screen at the same time when you're working in your shared mailbox too. So before that, we had this different types of view for our email inbox only, but now you can have it for your shared mailbox too. So the reduced spacing will help you in scanning through all your messages faster, especially when you are handling a high volume of emails in a workday. So this makes shared inbox management more efficient to and also easier to navigate without feeling cluttered. Next is an improvement that has been made to the secure pass email access. So with this update, when you try to open a secure pass email that you have received, you can now verify your identity using a simple OAuth login instead of entering an OTP every time. So the steps are too easy where you will have to open the secure pass email that you have received. Like when you click the email, you'll have to click on the send secure passcode button in the pop-up. So an email with a subject named verification password will be sent to your email. So you'll have to open that. All right. So you'll have to open that email. And then you'll have to provide the passcode in the secure pass email verification pop-up. So once you do this and click on verify, this makes your access faster and smoother to your securely passed emails in your Zoho Mail inbox. Also, you can choose to check the Remember Me checkbox to keep the link accessible for 5 minutes even after refreshing the page. So after 5 minutes, when you refresh the page, a new passcode will be needed and it will be generated, and you will have to enter that passcode to verify and view your emails. All right. Next, we have an update to the attachments in reply. So with this enhancement, when you use reply or reply all option, Zoho Mail can now automatically include all the original attachments from the email. So this helps you in keeping everything together in the same conversation instead of needing to reattach your files again and again. So what you'll have to do is that you'll have to just enable the include attachment setting in the Zoho Mail settings page, and the attachments will be automatically added to all your replies in future. Next, we have an update to notes in Zoho Mail. So now you will be able to sort your notes based on when they were last modified. Like this means you can choose to see either your newest notes first or your oldest ones first. So making it much more easier and quicker to locate the information you need. So this is especially helpful if you work with multiple nodes and frequently update them. Next, let's talk about attachments. So with this update, you can now select up to 15 attachments at once in the attachment viewer, because earlier the limit was set up to 10. Now you can select up to 15 attachments. So this makes it much more easier to perform actions like downloading, moving, or managing multiple files together. Want to know how to do that? Just take a look at that. So when you click on the attachments viewer pin icon on your right panel, it takes you to the page. So there you can select up to 15 attachments. Also, you can use the shortcut which is shift plus command to select multiple attachments quickly and efficiently. So once is it done, on the top you can find the add to option. Click on that and you can give in any actions there. Like now, if you are going to give as add an email, you will be able to have all your attachments attached in the email. All right. So this was one feature update that was available. Next, we have an update for replying to an email. Now, when you use reply or reply all, the original email content also can be included automatically in your response. So what you'll have to do is just enable the include original message in reply or reply all option in your mail settings page. So you can find that in the compose settings. So when you just enable it, Zoho Mail will make sure that the full context stay in conversation. So this will also reduce you in work of copying and pasting the important details again and again. Next, we have an update for our to-do task. So now you can view all your subtasks as individual events also from your to-do page. So instead of them being nested under a main task, this makes it much more easier to track progress and manage each subtask separately. So what you'll have to do is that from your more options in your page, you'll have to select the task setting, and that will take you to a page where you'll have to enable the show all subtasks under the more option. So once this is being enabled, your subtask will be displayed individually for easier management. Next, we have an update for streams moderation, where managing your streams has got more easier with this update. Now you can assign users as moderators, where you can help them in having a managed conversation. All you need to do is that select moderator option from the drop down menu in the add new member pop-up, and there you will have to give in the user address, and then you'll have to give in the privilege as moderator. So this is going to make it simpler to keep your discussion organized and on track. Next, we have an update for email routing control. Now admins can set a custom failure threshold for accounts, so which will determine how many email delivery failures are allowed before routing is temporarily paused for the specific account. Admins now can set this threshold limit anywhere between 5 to 50 depending on your organization needs. So once an account exceeds the limit, email routing for that specific account will be automatically suspended, and this will help in preventing further issues for the account. Next, let's take a look at a small but a super convenient update that has been done, which is the drag and drop attachments to your emails. Now you can just drag attachments from my email in one window and drop them directly into the compose page of another window. As you can see on your screen, you can see the attachments that has to be attached are being selected, and then it has to be dragged from the specific window to the other tab. And when you just drop that, the attachments will be getting added to the page. So this makes sharing files much more easier between emails, faster, and also without the need to download or reattach them manually. So that was one update. The next update is on reminders and snoozing emails setting the preset limits for it. So, what are preset limits? Like whenever you are enabling or adding up a reminder or a snooze, we'll have a pop up, right? A drop down option that will give you the time limits. Like we'll go and select the time limit in which we want our reminders to pop up to us, or the mail has to be snoozed. So now you can have the preset limits for this option, which is the reminder and snooze, from 7 to 50 rows. So which means you now have a much broader range of time options to choose from when setting reminders or snoozing an email. So this is making it easier to manage your inbox exactly the way you want. So next two feature updates are about the productivity apps that are available in the Zoho Mail UI itself, which is Notes in Zoho Mail. Now you'll be able to view all inline images in a note in form of a slideshow view with the new feature update. So this makes it much more easier to go through images one by one without scrolling. So which will give you a smoother and effortless way to review all your visual contents that are available in your notes. Next, we have an update for Zoho Mail bookmarks. So once you are done installing the Zoho Mail bookmarks extension for your browser, maybe for your Chrome or Firefox, you can now open multiple bookmarks at once, where you'll have to simply select the bookmark you want it in the section and choose Open Bookmarks. So this will help you in saving time and making it easier to access all your important links quickly. So these were a few of the updates that came in the productivity apps that are available in the Zoho Mail UI itself. Let's talk about the keyboard shortcuts in Zoho Mail. You can now switch your shortcuts to match your popular email providers. So you will have to just select the preferred provider from the drop-down menu, which is available next to the Reset Shortcuts option in your page. So now when this is being enabled, your inbox will instantly adapt, making it easier for you to work comfortably without retaining your works there. Next, we have an update for image editing in your Compose page. Now Zoho Mail can adapt to image annotator, where you can just simply double click on any of your image in the Compose page and you can start editing on it directly, where you can add a note to it, you can do some markings on it, highlight few points in it without leaving your Compose window. So this update helps you in making it faster and easier to communicate visually within your emails. All right. Next, we have an update to our delegation of emails. We do usually delegate our email inbox or our folders with our colleagues, right? Now, you will be able to let others send emails on behalf of you, not just from your primary email address, but also from your email alias too. So from the settings page, under the sharing and delegation option, when you click on add delegates, and after you've given their email address, it will ask you an option whether you'll have to give them write or read permission, right? So when you give write permission and when you delegate that email and select their option to be as send on behalf, as you can see on the screen, not only your primary email address will be displayed there, also your email address, you can find that there. So you will be able to delegate your email alias also with your teammates. Next, we have an update to the filter attachments. While we are searching for an attachment, you can now search by its size, where you can filter result by entering a start and an end date, and you can have all your attachment filtered in a more convenient way you would want them to look like. Next, we have an update for attaching emails in Zoho Mail, where you can now attach an email as an EML file directly in Compose. So the selected email will now be included as a file, as an attachment, which is making it more easier to share the entire email with others without forwarding them. So This video will show you on how you will be able to add your emails as an email attachment as EML file. So you'll have to select an email, drag and drop, and have it in a new compose page. As you can see, it will be selected as a .eml file. Not only a single email, multiple emails also can be selected. When you click on it, on the more option, you can ask forward multiple emails option. And when you by clicking on it, you will be able to attach multiple emails also in form of EML format. Next, to talk about the other update that has been done for the Zoho to do, you can now export all your tasks, both your group and personal tasks from Zoho to do with just a few simple clicks. So where you'll have to just go to the more icon, the more actions icon that is available, click on export, and all your tasks will be saved for easy backup, and you can keep them sharing and keep recording. Next, let's talk about stream comments. Like as already told, the character limit has been increased, right? Not only that, you can now use rich text formatting tools to enhance your conversation while using the streams comment. Like simply add touches like making your words bold, italic, or underline the text you want to highlight your points, making your comment more clearer and more impactful. So with this help of this feature update, it is going to make decision in streams easier and follow-ups. And also you can make your messages stand out in your comments page. Next, we have an update for email signatures. Now you can create an email signature directly from the Compose window also. Before this update, we'll have to go to the settings gear icon, click on signatures, and then add a new signature, and then only we'll be able to have them in a Compose page. But now you can create signatures from the Compose page also, where you'll have to click on insert signatures option, and on the top you can find the create signatures option there. So when you click on that, the space for you to create your signature will be there, given the details about it. And when you click on save and insert, your created signature will be added to it. So to view all your signatures, yes, from the same space, you will have to click on more option, insert signatures, and choose the signature that you wanted to be displayed in your Compose page. So this makes adding or updating signature faster and more convenient. Next was always display inline images for trusted sender. So this was the other update that has been done. So if you have used Zoho Mail before, you would have seen this, right? So when you receive an email from an external member or any spam emails, you will be asked to click on display image. An option will be available there. Only when you click on that, the inline images that are available in the email will be now displayed. So if you ever have to click on display now images every time an email receives from the same sender, so that's in the past. You can now simply select always display from this sender option in the Zoho Mail settings page, and all future emails from the specific sender will automatically show their inline images. So no extra clicks needed. This will make your email reading more faster and more seamless while keeping everything under your control. Next, we have an update for the sent folder. So with help of the conversation view, you will be able to set it on for the sent folders too. So you can now see the entire email thread, including your sent messages, as a single and organized conversation in your sent folders also. So this is going to make it easier to have your follow-ups, your discussion, track your replies, and to keep a send folder more neat and structured. The last update I thought of discussing with you all today was the update that was done to the email scrub option that has been available. So before, while using email scrub option, we'll be able to select up to 5 senders and perform the action, whether you could archive it or delete it for a specific folder in which you are selecting the sender. But now with this new update, you will be able to not only just perform the action for a specific folder, but also for your whole email inbox. As you can see, after you have selected up to 5 email recipient, you will be able to find the more option on top. So when you click on that and click on scrub option, can you see it will ask you to select whether the performed action has to take place only in the folder that you have selected or in all folders. So this update is being added now. So this makes cleaning up your inbox faster, simpler, and much more efficient. Also, with the new update, in the spam control section of the Zoho Mail admin console page, admins now have an option to allow or block email addresses based on the recipient address, domains, IP address, and few others. So additionally, you can also add trusted list for certain domains and email addresses to skip any of the spam processing when you receive emails from these addresses. All right. So far we have walked through few of the new features and updates that shaped Zoho Mail in 2025. Now let's move on to the next section of the webinar session. So now let's take a moment to celebrate some of the key milestones we achieved over the year. So Zoho Mail was honored by Tech Employ as Best Software, Best Customer Support, and Most Trusted Software. And these awards reflect the effort we put into building a reliable and a thoughtful email experience for you all. The quality choice and trusted vendors badges, which are highlighting the trust and consistency that users experience in Zoho Mail every day. So these milestones means a lot to us, not just as an award, but as an encouragement to keep improving the way you connect, collaborate, and communicate. So we take this opportunity to thank you all for that. Also, we would like to share some of the happy moments that came to this year from you all, our users, through your messages, stories, and feedback you shared. We have got a glimpse of how Zoho Mail fits into your real-time workspace, the real challenges that you have faced, and how it is being helping you. So we have highlighted a few of the stories here. Each one of this is like a reminder of why we do what we do and why listening to you will always remain at the heart of Zoho Mail's growth. So here are a few of the moments that you have shared with us. So thanks a lot for that. That brings us to end of our session today. So 2025 has been a year of growth, innovation, and meaningful connections for Zoho Mail, where from new features and enhancement to milestones and user stories that inspired us along the way. We hope this recap gave you a first perspective on how the tools and updates that are available to make your email experience smarter, faster, and more connected. A huge thank you to all of you for joining with us in this webinar session today and for sharing in your feedback and for being part of the journey. Your insights and experience are what keeps us improving every day. So a request from our end is that keep exploring, keep collaborating, and stay tuned. 2026 promises even more exciting updates and enhancements for Zoho Mail. Also, in the meantime, please don't forget to check out our upcoming Zoho Mail webinars. So from the webinars page, you'll be able to explore all our upcoming webinar sessions and also get access through the recordings of our previous webinars. And in 2025, we have added a new on-demand webinar section. Like this is not going to be like a normal webinars. So you can just register to that and watch the recorded session at your own convenience. This will help you in having a great way to stay updated and revisit the session, what matters to you later also. So as you all are asking in all your queries in the Q&A section now, and if you wish to reach out to us after this webinar session, you can make use of the email address which has been displayed on the screen, which is support@zohomail.com. Our team is eagerly waiting to help you out in giving in answers for your questions. So, thanks a lot for joining with us in this webinar session today and for being an active participant and for staying with us until now. Thank you.